So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. My name's George. I'll be covering for Dave this week whilst he's walking around the coast of Turkey. Sounds very exciting. So yeah, I think you've got Natalia next week, and I imagine that it will be slightly different to what Dave does, but hopefully you'll still enjoy it. My aim is that you leave class feeling better than when you entered. So I know that sounds quite a simple objective, but hopefully I can achieve it. It might be quite difficult, as I know Dave is quite a strong act to follow. Anyway, we'll get started and see how you get on. So make your way to your chairs. Setting up. I am going to be using a cushion underneath my feet to lift the floor up towards me, as my legs are quite short. So feel free to cushion your feet too. I'm also going to be sitting towards the front of my seat, so I can sit up tall and reach the ground fully. So we're going to start in a simple, easy seated position. So you might rest the hands in the lap, right hand on top of the left, tips of the thumbs touch. And then just closing down the eyes if you're comfortable doing so, otherwise just softening your gaze. And just begin by checking in with your posture. So you're evenly rooting down through both feet. You're evenly rooting down through both sit bones. And then rebounding up through the core. Chest and the heart space are lifting. Try and stack your shoulders above your hips so that you're not hunching forwards nor leaning back. Your chin's drawing in, so it's the back of the neck that's in line with the spine. Soften the muscles of the face. Crown of the head reaches to the sky like the proud peak of a mountain. Settling into this shape. Settle into this space. And settle your attention and awareness on your breath. So you're breathing in and out of the nose only, mouth is closed. And as you breathe, try also to engage the muscle at the back of the throat. It's the same muscle that you would use to whisper, therefore it creates a rasping sound with the breath. This ocean-like sound is very soothing, very calming. This breathing technique will help to generate an internal heat in the body, thereby protecting you from the inside out. So just holding attention and awareness on your breath. And then guide attention and awareness into your physical body. So notice how you're feeling on a physical level right now. Just questioning, how do you really feel? And then as we continue through the class, just being mindful of the response to those questions. Be mindful of any aches, pains, injuries you know about. You're not putting any pressure on your body that you would not apply to a loved one. Just practicing with kindness, with care. And then guiding your attention and awareness back to the physical space. You might swallow here, which helps to ground. And then just fluttering the eyes open and moving the body in any way that feels natural. So you might want to stretch out the legs, you might be flexing and pointing the toes, perhaps circling the ankles, jiggling the legs. You might massage the knees. And then find your way back to that upright seated position. Take the arms behind the back. So if you are sitting forward on your chair, you should have space behind you. Try to catch the elbows. If that's not possible, catch the wrists or the forearms instead. And then lower your chin to your chest. On your in-breath, take your right ear towards your right shoulder. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Inhaling, left ear towards left shoulder. Exhaling, chin to chest. Inhale to the right side, holding there. Exhaling to center. Inhale, left side, drawing semicircles with the head. Exhaling to center. Inhaling to the right side. Exhale, center. Inhale, left side. Exhale, center. Doing one more to your own breath count. Just be mindful that you're not starting to hunch forward. Keep your shoulders stacking above your hips. And then after the next time you bring the chin to the chest, on your in-breath, take your right ear towards your right shoulder and hold there, continuing with your breath. So you're dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder. At the same time, drop your right shoulder down and away from the ear. The left shoulder's dropping down too, emphasizing the side stretch in the neck. Shoulders are above the hips. Again, you're not hunching forwards. Torso is upright. On your out breath, bring the chin to the chest. And then inhaling, left ear towards left shoulder. Exhaling to pause there. The right shoulder drops down. That helps to emphasize the side stretch you're feeling down the right side of the neck. Keep prioritizing your breath here. Face and neck are soft. Left ear towards left shoulder. On your out breath, chin to the chest. Inhale, lifting the head, back of the neck is in line with the spine. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale to reach the arms high now. Interlace your fingers, turn the palms to face up as you arch the spine and look up. On your out breath, bring the hands behind your head, elbows towards each other as you round your back, drawing the chin and the tummy in. Inhale to reach high, arching your spine, look up. Exhale, hands to eye level. Keep the fingers interlaced as you round the back. Inhale, bring the hands to heart space, arching the spine, look up. Exhale, press the hands away from you, rounding the back. Inhale to reach high, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, side bend to the right. So right hand down, left arm over. Inhale, look up beyond the lifted elbow. Exhale to look down towards the ground on the right side. Inhale, reaching high, interlace the fingers. Arch your spine, look up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over. Inhale, looking up beyond the right elbow. Side bending to the left. Exhale to look down towards the ground on the left side. Inhale, reach high, interlace the fingers, arch your spine, look up. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the side on the on the right. Inhale, lift your chest to the right. Exhale to twist. You might adjust your hand position slightly. Inhale, reach high, interlace your fingers, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, hands down on the left side. Inhale, lift your chest to the left. And then exhale, twist. You might look over your left shoulder. Inhale to reach high, interlace the fingers, arch your spine, look up. Exhale, bring the hands down. So we're going to move on now to the main flow. You might want to remove any extra layers of clothing if you have generated a little bit of heat. And the whole idea of the next part of our practice is to continue warming up the body. So if you do feel warm, you'll know that you've done it correctly. Okay, so from that seated position, we're going to move through some sun salutations. Inhale, raise your arms, bring the hands to prayer above your head. Exhale, dive forwards, bringing the hands down, drawing the chin in. Inhale to look up, lifting the chest. You might slide your hands up your shins. Exhale, folding forwards, chin in. Inhale, take the arms wide, reach high. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer in front of the heart space. So that was one round. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale to reach high. Exhale to go forwards, folding. Inhale, look up. Lift your chest. You might slide the hands up shins. Exhale to go forwards. Inhale, reaching high. Hands to prayer. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, reaching high. See if you can look up. Exhale to dive forwards, drawing your chin in. Inhale, lifting your chest, look up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching high, hands to prayer. Exhale, bring the hands down, center line. Final round. Inhale to reach high. Exhaling to go forwards, folding. Inhale to look forwards, lift the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching high, hands to prayer. Exhale, bring your hands down, center line. Okay, heel toe the feet a little bit wider. And you might want to turn your feet slightly outwardly here, setting up in goddess pose, sometimes called the horse riding stance. Okay, on your in-breath, reach the arms high. On your out-breath, bend your elbows, cactusing the arms. Inhale to look up, lift your chest. Exhale, bring the hands to the thighs as you round the back. Inhale, cactus the arms, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, rounding your back, hands to thighs. Inhale, lifting the chest, look up. Exhale, rounding. Do a couple more to your own breath count now. So you're moving between a arched back, a cow back, and a cat back, a rounded back. Final one. On your in-breath, cactusing the arms. And then exhale, just bring the hands down to rest on the thighs. Heel toe the feet in now. And again, you might place the feet on a cushion and then take the arms to horizontal. From there, you're going to take your right arm over your left and then bend the elbows and see if you can catch your shoulders, giving yourself a little hug here. So we're working into the shoulder area. It might be that in order to feel it in that part of the body, you lift your elbows slightly. You have also got the option to bring the hands to prayer. Again, you could be lifting the elbows, creating a shape that gets into the shoulder area. On your next breath out, take the arms wide. And then inhaling, left arm over the right. Bend your elbows and then either catching your shoulders or bringing the palms together. So gathering your attention and awareness on the shoulder area. If you are struggling to feel it in that area of the body, you might lift the elbows. And you can try that lifting of the elbows, whether you're in that variation where you're hugging yourself or whether you're bringing the palms together. Do check in with the breath. Make sure that it's happening here. And then on your out breath, taking your arms wide and then bringing them to rest again on your thighs. So we're going to do a seated version of the lizard. So you could come up onto the tiptoes of your left foot. Option 1. Option 2 is you lift that left foot off of the cushion or the ground. Option 3 is you hug that left knee into your chest. So keep lifting the chest and the heart space here. Glide the shoulder blades down the back. And keep standing into your right foot. You might choose a different option if the one you're currently in is no longer appropriate. Might be that you're moving to a more advanced variation if the body's opened up, or that you're backing off if the body is signaling pain. Okay, from there, grounding the left foot. And then on the right side, you're coming up onto the tiptoes of that right foot, or lifting the right foot up, or even hugging the right knee into the chest. So again, you're lifting the chest. It's like you're trying to sit up a little bit taller. You're trying to find space between each vertebra of the spine. Again, you might switch between your options if you think another one might be more appropriate. And standing into that left foot. Okay, grounding the right foot. And then cross your right leg over your left. So you might even move the left foot towards the center as you cross the right leg on top. Your left hand is resting on the outside of that right leg. And you might bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift your chest to the right side. Exhale, twisting to the right. Now you might turn your head to look over that right shoulder if it's suitable for the neck. If it's not suitable for the neck, you're just looking with the eyes over that right shoulder. So you're twisting to the right side, which is why you are looking to the right side too. It is always a good idea to look in the direction that you are moving in. Final breath here. And then on your in-breath, looking forward, exhale, release the arms, uncross the legs. Again, you might set the right foot up in the center as you cross the left leg on top. Right hand to the outside of the left leg, left hand behind you. Inhale, lifting your chest to the left. Exhale, twisting to the left. So you're drawing your left shoulder blade into the back to create more space in the sternum. Gazing over that left shoulder will help to direct the flow of energy in your body. And again, if it's not appropriate for you to turn the head to look in the suggested direction, just looking with your eyes instead. You could use that right hand against the left leg to stem yourself a little further into the twist. All the time keeping your face and your neck soft. Inhaling to look forwards. Exhale, release the hands. From there, and cross the legs and bring the blade of the right foot to the inside of that left foot. So that right hip is externally rotating. We're going to do a seated version of the pigeon. So you have a couple of options. This is the first one. So you're coming onto the pinky toe side of that right foot. Or you might try bringing your right ankle on top of your left knee. Now, in either of these variations, we don't want to feel any pain or even discomfort in that right knee. Sometimes a tightness in that right hip can manifest as discomfort in the knee. So if you're feeling pain, realize that the body's warning you to back off and just come to that first variation where you rest the blade of the foot on the ground. Okay. So settling into a variation that works for you. Resting the hands in a way that feels nourishing. Keep sitting up tall. And if you are doing that second variation, or whichever variation you're in fact, just allowing that right knee to drop down. It might be that you feel some sensation around that right glute, the right buttock. It might be that you feel it in the outside of that right hip. Okay, grounding that right foot, let's set up on the other side. So blade of the left foot to the inner right foot, or bringing that left foot on top of the right knee. So noting here that the body is not symmetrical, so you're not trying to create a mirror image of what you've just done. Instead, make sure you're choosing the option that works for you on this side of the body. Again, sitting up nice and tall. Face and neck are soft. Breath is happening. Letting that left knee be heavy. And then uncrossing the legs, planting that left foot down. From there, interlace your fingers now. And you want to interlace them in a way that feels least natural. So shift all the fingers along, so the opposite thumb is on top. It might feel like you're holding somebody else's hand. Bring the hands behind your head and then bring the elbows towards each other. So instead of the elbows pointing forwards, take the elbows as far back as you can. We're going to try and target the abdominals a little. So slowly keeping your spine straight, start to move forward. Now you're only going to come about 10 degrees forward, maybe 20 degrees, absolutely maximum. Draw your tummy in towards your spine and keep focusing on taking your elbows towards each other. We're doing a little bit of abdominal work to stabilize the area of the lower back. A lot of people tend to get lower back pain, so strong core can help to support that. And then coming back to an upright position and releasing. arms. Bring the arms by your side now. And then just lift your chest, arch your spine as you reach the fingertips towards the ground. You might even lift your chin slightly. Again, if it's not appropriate for the neck, just looking up with your eyes. Focus on lifting your chest, lifting your heart space. Fingertips reaching towards the ground. You might even take them, reach back slightly with them. Okay, release the arms. And we're going to set up in a easy, comfortable, seated position now for our final relaxation. So I'm going to grab an extra cushion. You might like to also. So I'm going to set that up behind me. And I'm going to sit slightly further back now. Still want to be sitting up nice and tall, but a little bit more support. Help make it feel a little bit more soothing. Again, rest the hands in a way that feels nourishing to you. Might be that you bring the left palm on top this time. If you feel comfortable doing so, closing down the eyes, otherwise just soften your gaze. Check that your breath is soft now too. And then just begin by relaxing the tip of each toe. Relax the balls of the feet. Soften the gentle arches of your feet. Heels are heavy. Ankle bones roll outwardly. You're softening the tops of the feet. Both feet completely relax. Relaxing shin bones right down to ankle bones. Calf muscles relax. Relax backs of knees. Kneecaps relax. Relax fronts of thighs. Relax backs of thighs. Relax buttocks. Hips are heavy, the deepest joint in the body. Legs completely relax. You're relaxing lower part of the back. Relax middle part. Shoulder blades relax. Relax the shoulders. Let's do that again on your next breath out. Relax the shoulders. Relax upper arms, elbows, forearms rolling outwardly. You're relaxing the wrists from the inside out. Soften backs of hands. Fingertips curling inwardly like the petals of a flower, closing with the moonlight. Holding space in the palms. Both hands completely relax. Arm completely relax. Feel into chest and heart space. Rib cage heavy. It is rising and falling out. Belly loose. Relax internal organs of torso. Upper body completely relax. Relaxing each of the 7 vertebrae in the back of the neck. Relax base of skull, first vertebra. Soften the throat. Unhinge the jaw. Relax ears. Chin draws in, back of neck is in line with spine. Relaxing tongue behind top teeth. Cheekbones soft. Eyes heavy. Frowning of brows. Forehead smooth. Face completely relaxed. The relaxing crown of head. Back of head heavy. Relaxed skull. Head completely relaxed. Whole body completely relaxed. So just beginning to deepen and lengthen your breath now. Swallow here, which helps to ground. Starting to wriggle your fingers and your toes. And then giving yourself a good stretch. Now bring the hands to prayer above your head. And then thumbs to the eyebrow center for kindness of thought. Thumbs to your lips for kindness of speech. Thumbs to heart space for kindness of actions towards others and yourself. Bow the head in gratitude. Namaste. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all have an enjoyable class. It will be available on YouTube and Facebook by the end of the week, and I'll be back Thursday to cover for Dave too. Maybe see you again then.